Good evening. It's 6 o'clock on Tuesday, April the 12th, and thank you for joining us tonight for the English edition of Aura News. The German Association of Industry and Trade conducted a survey on the business climate and investments in Albania. 56% of the respondents have considered the economic situation in Albania to be bad. The German investors state that Albania would be the last country in the region where they could have invested. The German economy is ready to invest if it has the impression that moves in a safe ground from the legal point of view, given that the country offers advantages and opportunities, but believing that there will not be sudden changes of the contracts. There are taken a series of measures to encourage investments, but more needs to be done. There are many obstacles that need to be overcome, including the efficiency of public administration and the fight against corruption and organized crime. After 8 months, the German Business Association still raises the same concerns, citing factors assessed as an obstacle being the destination and the strengthening of rule of law for public administration and the unpredictability of economic policies, transparency of the tenders, and the fight against informality and corruption. German businesses think that foreign companies are being checked 20 times more than local companies. Contact persons who have experience in this sector are needed. According to observations by the contact persons in the region, they do not change, while in Albania, contact persons change with the change of governments. From the survey, 38% of companies consider the situation to be satisfactory and 56% of them consider the economic situation to be bad. 1,623 companies from all regional countries have participated in the survey, and 40 of these companies were from Albania. The SMI Parliamentary Group chairman has sent a second letter to both the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance asking for urgency in addressing 3 major issues concerning the Agriculture Center. This letter coming a mere 10 days since the first letter was sent, Mr. Vasali says that despite the urgency, no measures have been taken to improve the situation and claims poor political behavior. The first issue Mr. Vasili brings attention to concerns the penalizing behaviors at the Macedonian custom point of Albanian agricultural products. According to the chairman of the SMI group, the Ministry of Finance should intervene and put an end to this negative practice. A second problem listed in the letter is cash payments to farmers who do not have a bank account. Mr. Vasili proposes a normative act fixing the right to sell and buy agricultural products up to 100,000 lek with payment in cash. The third crisis addressed in the letter asks for farmers to receive a 24-hour customs service limit so their products do not decay. Mr. Vasili concludes his letter asking for immediate action in order to help the farmers boost the national economy. Prime Minister Rama started his visit to the U.S. meeting with the mayor of New York, Bill de Blasio. The Prime Minister praised relations between the two countries, but also the role the U.S. played in defending Albanian interests. According to the PM's press office, Mr. de Blasio praised Albania's reforms and the role of the diaspora in New York. Prime Minister Rama said that the U.S.-Albanian relations would not be so high without the contribution of the diaspora. Rama announced the government's initiative for the first Diaspora Summit, which will be held in November this year. This is the moment to show that we can live in different parts of the world, but feel united. We can be in different places, but always united around our values, our principles, our determination, spiritual culture, our language, and our unique Albanian identity. The November summit will be the time to show who we are and how capable and established we are enough to do more and to aim for more. The summit will be a major event reinforcing the ties and cooperation between governments, other international actors, and representatives of the Albanian diaspora, declared the Prime Minister. The majority has not accepted the request of the Democratic Party to set up an inquiry parliamentary commission on the agreement between the Albanian government and the CHES. During a closed-doors meeting of the Conference of Chairmen, the socialist members argued that the issue is already being investigated by the prosecution and that duplicating the investigation is unreasonable. But according to the Democrats, this approach conflicts with the decision of the Constitutional Court's decision of 2014 regarding the case of the tax server. Majority reps asked for more time in order to consult with the Constitutional Court's decisions. Also, the socialist members asked for extended time for the investigation, asking that all CHES company activities since the signing of the first contract with the Albanian government be included. The Democrats agreed, saying that they are in favor of investigating everything regarding this issue. Rejection of the request could create another stalemate between the majority and the opposition. The nation's Freedom House report continues to consider Albania a transitional government or a hybrid regime. The point evaluation system, ranging from 1 to 7, ranks Albania at 4.14, the same as last year. Director of the Transitional Countries Project, Nate Schnecke, says there is a severe political rivalry between the parties of Albania, which transcends the limits of normal competition in a democracy. This rivalry can shift the attention from the institutional reforms and the improvement of the judicial system. Corruption in Albania is the most negative indicator based on the measurements that we make in 7 different country directions. The same situation is also present in other countries of the region, making corruption the most difficult fight faced in the area. President of the Republic of Albania, Bujar Nishani, met today with some of civil society representatives who are rejecting the construction of the playground at the artificial lake. The president declared that this cause should motivate all the stakeholders, politicians, and the citizens without distinction. According to the announcement of the presidency, civil society representatives should continue to freely express their defense of environmental issues and the legality of the process for the construction of the playground. According to the announcement, the absence of the state institution response was concerning. The members of civil society invited the president to visit the site where the playground is being constructed. The mayor of Tirana reacted to the president's statement on his social network Twitter that if the president has a house in the park, why can't the children have a playground? The mayor is claiming that the president is being directed by the Democratic Party in this matter. That's all for our English edition this evening. Please join us again Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. for local news in English. My name is Mari. On behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.